So far, 8 teams remain in World Cup 2026 for one trophy. Who has the strongest mind to become champion? Let's discuss about the mind behind the final 8 teams. 8 teams remain. Millions of fans are watching. Every player dreams of lifting the trophy, but at this stage of World Cup, talent alone is not enough. Every team can attack, every team can defend. Every team has a world-class player, but only one team will survive the pressure, because the World Cup is not only physical battle, it is a mental battle. Today we look beyond goals and tactics. We explore the confidence, emotion, pressure, history, and the mindset of the final 8 teams. We will ask one important question: which team has the strongest mind to become world champion? In this video, we have 3 parts. In part 1, we analyze the mental strength of the 8 remaining teams and look at the recent World Cup history. In part 2, we discover 5 powerful stories hidden inside the quarterfinals. Stories about pressure, belief, fear, and emotion control. In the last part, we make a psychological prediction: which teams have the strongest mentality to reach the semi-final. Let's go to team analysis. Let's start by France, the mind of champion. France enters this stage with something many teams dream about: experience. In the last 2 World Cups, France showed incredible mental strength. In 2018, France won the World Cup in Russia. They handled the pressure, controlled emotions, and played with confidence. They defeated Croatia in the final and lifted their 2nd World Cup trophy. But in 2022, France faced a different challenge. They reached the final again in Qatar. They were close to becoming back-to-back champions, but after a dramatic final against Argentina, France lost on penalties. That defeat created a question: can France recover mentally from losing the biggest match? Their strength is experience. They know how to win. They know how to handle pressure. But the danger is expectation. When a team has already achieved greatness, staying hungry becomes a mental challenge. The question for France is: can they still fight like a team chasing their first trophy? So we are done for France. Let's go to Morocco. The power of belief. Morocco represents one of the strongest mental stories in the recent World Cup history. Before 2022, many people did not expect Morocco to reach the final stage. But in Qatar 2022, Morocco created history. They became the first African team to reach the World Cup semi-final. They defeated the powerful teams and showed incredible discipline, unity, and belief. Their journey was not only about football, it was about confidence. In 2018, Morocco exited in the group stage. But 4 years later, they returned with completely different mentality. Now they are no longer surprised. They are a team everyone respects, and this creates a new challenge. Before they played with freedom, now they play with expectation. The question is, can Morocco keep the fearless mindset that made them successful? Let's go to Spain, the mind of control. Spain was always been known for intelligence and technical quality. In 2018, Spain was eliminated in the round of 16 after a penalty shootout against Russia. It was disappointing and for a team expected to go further. In 2022, Spain saw a new generation of players. They played attractive football but were again eliminated on penalties, this time against Morocco. The reason was clear: talent was not enough. Mental strength, in difficult moments was needed. This new Spain has youth, confidence, and calm playing style. Their biggest strength is emotion control. They do not panic easily, but knockout football creates chaos. The question is, can Spain stay mentally calm when the match becomes unpredictable? Let's go to Belgium. The battle against expectations. Belgium has experienced one of football's most difficult journeys. In 2018, Belgium reached the semi-finals and finished third. Many believed their golden generation could finally win a World Cup. In 2022, Belgium struggled. They were eliminated in the group stage. The disappointment was huge. A team full of stars could not transform talent into success. Now Belgium faces a mental challenge. And they release the pressure of past. The expectation is strength. But memories of failure can affect confidence. The question is, can Belgium believe again when the world is waiting to them to fail? So far, we have looked at the first 4 teams, and one thing is already clear. At this level, every team has a talent. The difference is not only in their feet, the difference is in their minds. But the biggest World Cup stories are not only about teams. They are about emotions, pressure, dreams, and unforgettable moments. In part 2, we explore 5 powerful stories hidden inside these quarterfinals. Let's go to our part 2, where we explore the 5 World Cup histories hidden inside the quarterfinals. We have seen how the final teams call different mental strength. Some teams have the confidence of champions. Some teams have the huge of dreamers. Some teams are fighting against history, but the World Cup is not only about who has the best players. It is about moments of pressure, moments of fear, moments where one decision can change everything. In this part, we look at 5 powerful stories hidden inside these quarterfinals. These are not only football stories. Story number 1. Why good teams collapse under World Cup pressure. The mental weight of expectation. The first story is about pressure, because sometimes the biggest opponent is not another team. Sometimes the biggest opponent is the expectation to win. When a team becomes famous, the world expects success. Fans expect victories. Media expect perfection. Players feel the weight of millions of people watching. This is what makes the World Cup different from normal football. France example. France understands this feeling. They arrived as champions in 2022. Everyone expected them to perform. They reached the final, but losing that final created a different type of pressure. Now they must prove that they are still mentally strong. England example. England carries another type of pressure. The country has waited decades for another World Cup trophy. Every tournament brings hope. Every elimination creates disappointment. The challenge is not only beating opponents. The challenge is controlling emotions when the whole nation is watching. Mental lesson. Great teams do not avoid pressure because pressure is real. They learn how to use pressure as energy. The story number 2. The underdog mindset. Why Morocco and Norway believe. The second story is about belief. Sometimes being underestimated creates a special mental advantage. When people do not expect you to win, you can play with freedom. Morocco's history. In 2022, Morocco showed the world something important. Belief can change history. They defeated stronger opponents because they played with unity and confidence. They were not calling the pressure of being favorites. they were chasing dream. Norway story. Norway represents a similar mentality. When a team defeats a football giant, something changes. Confidence grows, players start believing. Why not us? That success creates a new challenge. The world begins watching. The surprise team becomes the target. Mental lesson. The strongest underdog are not teams without fear. They are teams that know how to control fear. Story number 3. Why fans feel football like a personal experience. The psychology of football emotion. The sad story is about the people outside the pitch, the fans. Why does football match sometimes feel personal? Why does a goal create unbelievable happiness? Why does a defeat create real sadness? Let's talk about the brain connection. Football is connected to identity. Many fans do not only support a team, they feel part of the team. The club or country represent memories, families, culture, and belonging. This is why a World Cup defeat can feel much deeper than a simple result. So let's look at Argentina example. Argentina showed this emotional connection in 2022. The team was not only playing for themselves, they were carrying the dreams of millions of supporters. That emotion connection creates incredible energy. Mental lesson. Strong emotions are part of football. The goal is not to remove emotions, the goal is to manage them. Story number 4. The psychology of penalty shootouts. The battle before the kick. Few moments in football create more pressure than penalties. The distance is only 12 yards, but mentally it can feel like a mountain. Why penalties are difficult? A player is alone. Everyone is watching. One mistake can define a career. The body feels stress. The heart beats faster. The mind starts asking, what if I miss? Mental advantage. The best penalty takers are not those without pressure. They are those who can perform while feeling pressure. World Cup lesson. Many World Cups have been decided by penalties. At the highest level, the strongest mind can become the difference between victory and heartbreak. Story number 5. Champions think differently. The mindset separating winners from losers. The final story is about champions. What makes champions different? Is it talent? Is it skill? Yes, but there is something deeper. Champion mentality. Champions recover quickly after mistakes. They stay calm after failure. They believe when the situation looks impossible. Argentina example. Argentina's journey in 2022 showed this mentality. They lost their opening match against Saudi Arabia. Many people questioned them, but they responded. They improved. They stayed together. They lifted the trophy. Mental lesson. Champions are not teams that never struggle. Champions are teams that know how to respond when they struggle. After analyzing these 5 stories, one thing becomes clear. The World Cup is decided by more than goals. It is decided by confidence, by emotion control, by the ability to stay strong when pressure becomes extreme. But now comes the big question. Which teams have the strongest minds to survive the quarterfinals? In part 3, we make our psychological prediction and reveal who has mentality to reach the semi-finals. Part 3. Who has the strongest mind to reach semi-finals? We have explored the story behind these teams. We have seen how confidence, pressure, history, and emotions can change a World Cup journey. Now, only question remains: which teams have the strongest mentality to survive the quarterfinals? This is not a prediction based on talent. Football is unpredictable. A single moment can change everything. But if we look at experience, confidence, emotion control, and mental resilience, we can understand which teams may have the psychological advantage. Quarterfinal 1: France vs Morocco. The battle between experience and belief. This match represents two different mental strengths. France represents experience, Morocco represents belief. France mental advantage. France knows these moments. They have played the finals. They have experienced the pressure of being favorites. They understand how to manage important matches. Their players have already faced the biggest stage in football. Morocco mental advantage. But Morocco has something special. They have confidence. They have unity. They are not afraid of history. They already proved that they can challenge powerful teams. Psychological prediction. This could be a very close battle. Morocco may have the emotional energy, but France has experience of surviving pressure. My psychological prediction: France advances to the semi-finals. Quarterfinal number 2: Spain vs Belgium. The battle between control and redemption. This match is about two different journeys. Spain is building a new identity. Belgium is searching for redemption. Spain mental advantage. Spain's strength is calmness. They trust their style. They do not easily lose emotion control. The young players have confidence without carrying too much fear. Belgium mental challenge. Belgium has experience, but experience can have two effects. It can create confidence or it can create memories of past disappointment. The biggest challenge for Belgium is believing that this generation can still achieve something special. Psychological prediction. In a pressure situation, emotion control can decide the match. My prediction: Spain advances to the semi-finals. Quarterfinal number 3: Norway vs England. The battle between freedom and expectation. This match is a fascinating mental battle. Norway enters with belief. England enters with expectation. Norway mental advantage. Norway can play with confidence. They have already shown they can defeat strong opponents. They have nothing to prove. They can play freely. England mental advantage. England understands pressure. Their players have experienced the major tournaments. They know how to handle difficult moments, but the question is always the same: can they control the emotional weight of expectations? Psychological prediction. This match may depend on who controls emotions better. Norway has freedom. England has experience. My prediction: England advances to the semi-finals. Quarterfinal number 4: Argentina vs Switzerland. The battle between champions and discipline. This match shows two different mental philosophies. Argentina has the mentality of champions. Switzerland has the mentality of discipline. Argentina mental advantage. Argentina knows how to survive pressure. They experienced the highest emotion moments in football. They know how to recover from difficult situations. They believe is built from experience. Switzerland mental advantage. Switzerland's strength is organization. They remain calm. They follow the plan. They do not need to dominate emotionally. Psychological prediction. Switzerland can make the match difficult. But Argentina's experience in high-pressure moments gives them the advantage. My prediction, Argentina advances to the semi-finals. So far, based on mental strength, experience, confidence, and emotional control, my predicted semi-final teams are France, Spain, England, and Argentina. So, what is our wrap-up today? Football is played with the feet but won with the mind. At the end of the day, the World Cup is not only about tactics. It is not only about physical ability. It is about the human mind, the ability to stay calm when millions are watching, the ability to recover after mistakes, the ability to believe when the situation looks impossible. Every player feels pressure, every fan feels emotion, every team faces fear. But the strongest teams are not those who never feel pressure. The strongest teams are those who learn how to perform under pressure. Thank you so much for watching. Tell us in comment your idea about this prediction. See you in next video. Follow Strong Mind Football mental fitness to every player, fan, and community. Please support us by subscribe, like, share, and comment.